There is nothing more important for you and for your agency, I'm assuming you're an agency if you're watching this, than focus. You're only 12 months away of pure, hard, good focus from the life that you want to live. From going to Cape Town to Dubai to wherever it is, whatever shiny thing you want to go do. You're only 6 to 12 years away from that. And most people spend their younger years partying, doing drugs, hooking up with girls, not being focused, and then spend the next 30, 40, 50 years working a dead-end job. Whereas, especially if you're watching this, you have the opportunity to focus for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, and then live the rest of your life having the option of, I could exit right now and my kids could be fine, or I could keep working because I love it and I enjoy this. You need to give yourself that option, and the way to do that is by focus. So if you don't know who I am, I'm Matt. I built an agency and now I'm building a coaching business, basically teaching people what I did with the agency surrounding client acquisition and still do with the coaching business. And really the entire goal is helping early stage agency owners add at the very least 10K in monthly recurring revenue. That's enough about me. Getting back to the point here, focus is everything. Okay, like I said, I don't care if you're just starting, if you don't even know what any business model means, if you don't know anything, you're 6 to 12 months away of whatever it is you've wanted in your life. The cars, the status, whatever it is you want, I don't care. The freedom, you're 6 to 12 months away from it at any given point in time. So it's purely up to you to make that work. And people underestimate this. People don't understand how important this is. Because let's say you're living with your parents, you're not making that much money, you want change in your life. You think that it's so far away. You think that it's this distant thing you're never gonna get to. And you see the SMMA guru mentors in Dubai and in Cape Town and Thailand. That's me, right? I'm guilty of this too. Going on trips to Bali, to Thailand, shit like that. You see these types of people and you think, wow, that's so far away, that's so distant. But in reality, it's not at all. It's much closer than you think it is. So before you do any work, before you do anything else, you need to constantly have that reminder in your head that you have the option. 5 years of hard work, 50 years of freedom, or 5 years of freedom, 50 years of hard work. That's the way that you need to see this. And every time you're doing your work, every time you're waking up, when you don't want to wake up, you're doing the work that maybe you don't want to do today. You're doing things that your body doesn't want you to do. You're 5 years, I say 5 years, it's more like 6 months. You're six months to 5 years away from freedom forever. So what can we actually do to focus? How do you focus? And how do you get what you want with the agency, with whatever it is that you're doing? The first step is definition. You need to define a few things here. You need to define exactly where you're at right now. So in terms of money in your bank account, in terms of monthly recurring revenue, in terms of your living situation, in terms of everything, and then define exactly where you want to be. So do you want to be making 20K a month? Do you making 10K a month, 30K a month? Define exactly where you want to be and what that would look like, right? Maybe you're in a villa in Bali, maybe you're in Cape Town, maybe you're in Dubai with a bunch of other entrepreneurs. What would it look like for you? You need to very clearly define exactly where you are and exactly where you want to be. And then with that state, with that goal of where you want to be, you need to reverse engineer it and you need to do the maths and you need to find out what inputs do I need to do to get the output of whatever monthly amount that is. So let's say that your goal is $10,000 a month. And if you want to hit 10K per month, then of course you need to be doing outreach and taking sales calls. So let's say that you have a 10% sales call conversion rate. So to hit 10K per month, you will need to take 100 sales calls. And then let's say you have a 50% show up rate. So once again, we're being pessimistic. 10%, obviously 10%, 50% is terrible, but let's be pessimistic. 50% show up rate. So you need to book in 200 sales calls so that you could conduct 100 so that you could make 10K, right? So 200 sales calls. And now let's say you have an outreach system with a 1% appointment booking rate. That would mean, and yes, I did just kind of wait to look that up. That would mean that you would have to do 20,000 outbound messages to hit 10K per month. Of course, assuming that each client is worth 1K recurring. And then let's say you want to hit that goal in 6 months time. And so that's 180 days. We'll call it 140. So you have weekends, you have public holidays, things like that. So 20,000 DMs in 140 days. That would mean that you have to send 142 DMs per day for those 6 months. And that's it. So now, obviously, that shouldn't be your numbers. You should have much more than a 10% show up rate, 10% sales conversion rate. You should have much more than a 50% show up rate and much more than 1% ABR. But being pessimistic with your numbers, if you're shit at client acquisition, those are your numbers. All you need to do is do 140 outbound messages, outbound approaches, whatever it is for you per day for 6 months, and then you'll be there. That's all it is. We need to look at this in a much more simple way. All this is at the end of the day is inputs and outputs. If you have a process that has a 5% appointment booking rate, the only thing you need to do to get to a point where you're booking 5 calls per day is do 100 messages per day. That's all it is. It's very linear and it's very easy to understand. There's no need to complicate things like this. And this is how we can have focus and we can achieve focus. It's about defining and simplifying those important things, like the needle moving action, like the average. And then once you have it clearly defined, showing up every single day, having that radical accountability, maybe with other people, but most importantly, accountability with yourself, to make sure day in, day out, you're doing that work and getting to that place. And then when the time has elapsed, and when, I guess, effect has come from the cause, and you've been consistent and you've been doing it, if you have a process, there's no guesswork, there's nothing else like that. You will get the outputs if you do the correct inputs. We're gonna wrap up this video here because it is that simple. You need to focus. Like I said before, you're either going to put focus in for 5 years and then have freedom for the next 50, or you're going to be free for the next 3 to 5 years, and you're going to have to work something that you don't want to do for the next 30, 40, 50 years. So the choice is yours. And if you are an early stage agency owner, meaning you're making under 10, 20K per month, first thing inscription is for you. Very simple video, very straight to the point, but very important. You need to have this in mind and you need to remember this. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.